Although printing in Excel is not really difficult, it can be tricky at times, and probably because there's so many different approaches to it, so many different ways to start the process. I want to print this worksheet here, and the print command is located off the File tab in the ribbon. There's also a keystroke shortcut, Control P, which we will be using. But after clicking the File tab, Print, we get a print preview. And here's the worksheet. This list is about 500 rows, and I'm thinking, 10 or 12 pages of printout. But at the bottom of the screen here on this print preview, I'm seeing 25 pages. So using the mouse wheel, I start to scroll through this to see what's happening. I get down to around page 10 or 12. Looks like I'm at the bottom of the list, but then the right-hand side of my list is appearing, so obviously I'll make some adjustments. But it also looks like Excel is picking up data that I really didn't need or want to print. But the missing element here is I did not indicate what it is I wanted to print. And when you don't, Excel says, if you're printing, I assume you want to print the entire active part of the worksheet. So on this worksheet, there's some other data off to the right. So it makes good sense here. Let's just select the data that we want to print. And as it turns out here, I'll just click within this data. And I can highlight it all, or a nice little shortcut here is to press Control A. That'll highlight just the contiguous data here. In other words, not the data to the right. Then we can go to this Page Layout tab up in the ribbon. And the choice here is Print Area, Set Print Area. So clicking within the data. Now we'll press Control P. And still a large number here. 24. Scrolling quickly through this again. It's not picking up that other data off to the right, but we do see what's happening here. So once again, we'll escape or click that arrow in the upper left corner. Let's say for the moment here as we print this, we really don't need certain columns here. So occasionally when you're printing and it takes too many pages, why not just hide some of the data here that maybe just isn't that important for this particular printout? Now, it could be sensitive data like the data here, compensation numbers, rating, or maybe ID number, but it's your call. I'll just use these 3 columns, dragging across, right click, and we'll simply hide them. If you're familiar with that feature, it doesn't destroy the data, they're just not visible. And now when we press Control P, we won't see those columns. And the bottom of the screen tells us that it's page 1 of 12, so it'll only have 12 pages. So possibly we'll print, and we're happy with that. But as we look at this and scroll, and you might have noticed this earlier, row 1 appears in its appropriate place on the first page, but not on the other pages. That could be something we want to deal with. Also, we might want to put in page numbers here or a heading on top. So once again, let's escape from this and consider not only the page layout choices that we see here, but at the bottom of the screen in what we call the status bar, below the sheet tabs and off to the right, are 3 buttons. The one on the left is called Normal, and most Excel users have that active most of the time. The next button over is called Page Layout, and the one to the right, Page Break Preview. So these other 2 are related to printing. Let's go to Page Layout. So one approach can be, particularly if you want to add headers and footers, click here, Add Header, and up above we'll see a tab in the ribbon, Header and Footer. So we could put in the file name, that may or may not be appropriate. File name right here. Now the indicator right here doesn't exactly indicate what we're about to see, but we will see the file name. And it's not unusual to see a date on a printout, so we can also add the current date, possibly even the time if you want. I'll put that on the right side. Not truly necessary, but useful. And at the bottom here, we might want to put in a page number. And that too, available by that header and footer tab at the top of the screen in the ribbon. So we'll put in a page number. And we could go back to a normal view or simply go back to File Print. And now as we see this, we see the date and time, also the heading at the top for the file name, page number at the bottom, page 2, page 3. But we don't have that title being repeated on every page. That's another choice. So once again, we could be pressing Escape. And you quickly get the idea how when we print, we often will jump back and forth between the preview and some of the changes that we want to make. If we go back to the Page Layout tab, here's a choice called Print Titles. Rows to repeat at top. How about row number 1? Now we could click out on the worksheet and do this. Just put in the number 1 here. Print Preview. reference isn't valid, so we can't just type in a number here. What can we do? What we could do is just cancel this, go back to normal, the normal view, then print titles. And rows to repeat at top. So we can simply click on row number 1, right into print preview, and there we're seeing it. Now, a completely different approach to all this, it's covered in the next movie, is beginning with page break preview. But we've seen one approach to printing where we first define what it is we want to print. We go to print area, set the print area, and then go to print preview and consider some of the options that we've seen just before printing.